is all about experience. It's to feel the adrenaline running through our veins. Like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground, with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.
I've got already open positions, short on GU, EU,
Excellent.
and US30.
Excellent. So let me just fix my screen because something went wrong. What news we have in 20 seconds? Can someone brief me, because I wasn't, I was pretty much sleeping all morning because I managed to get the cold. So all my joints are aching. It's not a good start, not a good week.
Non-farm employment.
Oh, the ADP. Okay.
And it was positive.
And
almost 100,000 improvement in the change.
okay, let's quickly have a look. No rush. So today, ADP, where is it? Non-farm employment. It's almost in line with the expectation, meaning 208,000 jobs been created. Let's have a look. So currently, the reason I'm not rushing, because I am sitting in a position already in gold, and I suspect that quite a few of you are sitting in the same position as I am, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Hey.
And hey, and you guys should know the drill, what to do when the news comes out. So I see many people commenting that I'm gonna miss the news. I'm not worried, because I'm in a position already, and I know I have the trust in my team that they know exactly what else to do, because you've been trained. You know exactly what to do.
Yeah. Taking some partial.
Yeah, so there's nothing else I should worry about. And your microphone is really quiet, Ali.
Sorry about that. Is it better now?
Yeah, better.
دقيقة بس دقيقة محمد. ليش مستعجل محمد؟
خلا Inshallah.
Yalla.
Yalla.
That's gonna be somebody from Iraq. The accent.
That's most likely Ahmed. Or someone else. Why I can't? Damn it. Just got a new outlay on YouTube and I didn't have time to test it. And now I'm struggling to get it to the right size. Okay, any code is slightly going up, but it's not a problem. Still a little bit, just going to adjust. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's it. Alright, I fixed the screen. How awesome is that? How do you like the new layout? The new setup?
Good.
It's nice.
New setup.
Very
What's
good.
the difference?
What's the difference? Well, that's a problem if you can't tell. But it's on YouTube, not in the Zoom.
Okay.
Okay, that is fixed. Let's make some money. How about that?
Yalla, yalla.
Do you want to double your money today or not?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Amen to that. Hallelujah. It's good to be back. First day back to trading yesterday. And that was an epic entry with almost virtually no drawdown. And it resulted in about 185 pips of profit in it.
Yeah, I took that, took most of the profit, and now just having a small one running. Even I entered later on during the day after your morning Zoom. I was a bit busy, so I still made some good money.
Yeah, and US30 as well. I mean, US30 there was it stopped me out because my stop was really tight, or the spread. I'm not sure what happened, but I got stopped out. But then re-entered and boom, 170 pips of profit again. Okay, so going back to TradingView, let's quickly have a look on what's happening in the markets. So we had the ADP non-farm employment number came out. Who remembers why is this number important for us?
Which one? So
The employment change gives us an indication about how the economy is going in the United States.
The labor market, exactly. Thank you, Ali. So it gives, well, I wouldn't say an accurate snapshot of the health of the UK labor market, the US labor market, but it gives a fairly good estimate. And why is that?
Well, a healthy economy would create some job vacancies, while an economy tumbling wouldn't be like, creating that much of jobs.
So the reason why the ADP non-farm employment is considered as a good indicator for the coming NFP is because the ADP non-farm employment report is one of the biggest labor market statistics after the NFP. It's I would say it's half voluntary to the firms who participate in this, and it is one of the second biggest sample population. It's done consistently the statistics on the labor market in the United States. So if you consider the size and the accuracy, it's one of the best forecasters for the NFP. If you look at the statistics, because it's a quite thorough and big survey, this is considered an accurate predictor for NFP. And right now it's 208,000, so it's almost in line with the expectation. And so far gold has been reacted a little bit, but the change or the reaction was not substantial, so I'm still expecting gold to come and continue its way to the downside. Those of you who missed the entry, what would I recommend? Well, definitely until it stays below the pivot and stays below this consolidation rectangle, then we have good chances that price is going to continue downwards. And now we have to go down to lower time frame and just look at the price action. There's no magic, this is just simple old school price action. Price already started forming lower highs and lower lows after it broke out from this consolidation. You can see we have a nice W pattern as well. I'm expecting another retest of this price level, so it comes back to 1716. I think it's a good and reasonable price level to entry. Now this is not financial advice, but I'm expecting price to continue downwards. And also US30. I'm just noticed something, and what I see on US30 is another big fat juicy sell. What do you think?
Yes, entered 5 minutes ago on the S&P 500.
What was that?
A sell on S&P 500.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Straight away. Yeah.
I'm shorting US30 as well. And I just entered.
I was selling S&P 500 since you entered US30, so I took partials.
Oh yeah.
Hi.
Hi Milad.
Hi. Can you mute? There's someone cooking, or I don't know. Just.
Oh, hopefully cooking and not doing something else.
Please, guys, show some respect to.
That's a carpenter, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I don't mute people deliberately because sometimes we hear some funny conversation, and it's hilarious when people leave the mics on. It's really embarrassing for some of them, especially when the camera is on. But you know, that's why we have a laugh. But if you can turn on your camera, it's highly appreciated, because sometimes I don't really see. I don't even know how you guys look like, and we've been trading for like with some of you years, and still didn't have the respect to turn on the camera. But anyway, that's a different story. Don't want to name and shame anyone. If you don't feel like to, then you know, don't have to. So. Okay, goodbye, Hanky.
Somebody's flushing the toilet.
Yep, Hanky's gone now. So, and let's have a look. What positions do you guys have open?
US30. I closed everything.
EU, GU, US30, all short.
Gold and S&P 500.
Okay.
I am scalping gold with a buy, small buy.
Right. Apologies for I just need to set up everything because I haven't been trading for days, and things change on my computer for some reason. So I'm just setting everything up. Let's log into Bloomberg.
By the way, how is it with the Bloomberg? Is it,
Unfortunately, because the Bloomberg terminal is designed for Windows.
It is not blooming.
Not that much, so it's only how to say, I have to use the browser, but the problem with the browser is that it's still a browser and it's shit. So it's better to have the full user. I mean, still I can use it, but it's much nicer and comfier to use it on a Windows. But I'm not going to set up a whole Windows computer just yet. I want to try out the functionality, but so far it wasn't not as useful for spot trading. For other kind of trading, fixed income, definitely, because the kind of assets and portfolios that are available in Bloomberg, you cannot have that kind of data anywhere else. So those of you who work in capital markets, yes, it's extremely useful and one of the best. For spot traders, I think it's really expensive to have 2-3 grand just for a month.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Thomas.
that's what I wanted to ask about also. Is it okay if we ask for the price?
Yeah, it's about between 2,000 to 3,000, depending on what kind of data you want. Obviously, the data in Bloomberg, it's not even real time. Many of the products, for example, stock data, Bloomberg is not a market data provider. They get the data feed from the exchange, the New York Stock Exchange, meaning that they have to pay for it, but they pass on the cost to the customer, i.e. you have to pay for real-time data for the exchange. That's another $100-200 each month, which is really expensive. And then you have to get other kind of data. If you want to download it to do some research analysis in Excel, again, you have to pay extra. So I cannot give you an exact answer, but the monthly cost for Bloomberg Terminal is somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000. And you see, as soon as I close or reduce the size of my window, the view is not showing properly. So let me.
Thomas?
Yes.
You can use the software called Parallels, so you can run Windows programs on Mac without installing Windows. If you want, I will send you the link. I'll send you the link. You can check it later, okay?
Thank you. Yeah, I want to, but it's. What do we watch? Sorry, Raul.
The news is out. The news is out.
What news? Again, another news. Damn it.
Enki.
Yeah, but the trade balance is it's always negative. Is that's the news you talked about?
No, right. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's no surprise.
High alert. That's not a surprise.
Yeah, I mean, if you go back to the 80s, the US is always in trade deficit.
Yeah.
So it's no surprise for me. You should have asked, is it gonna be plus or minus? And I would have said it's minus.
Hey, it's green.
It lines with the forecast to the penny.
Something like that.
Send you the link, Thomas.
Thank you very much.
3 billion.
Yeah, so as soon as
its medium is declining also. Export import.
As soon as I reduce the size of my browser, it just collapses all the windows into, and I have to redo them. And then obviously I didn't lock them on the screen, but the problem is if I lock them, I cannot expand or reduce the size of my browser, which is really annoying. And in a browser I have to use tiny windows, but you can see that it's hardly the data on this top right chart, for example. I can hardly see anything because it's so condensed.
Yeah.
There are multiple solutions for this, Thomas. Technically, if you want, we can discuss it later.
There are, but do I really want?
Yeah, of course, if you like.
It's already. I don't like to get solutions for problems. I want a product that is working on a Mac, but unfortunately Bloomberg is not designed for Mac. So, and also again, the performance or the usability was much better for when I was a fixed income trader, because I traded corporate bonds. For spot trading, I don't think it's that useful, to be honest. Yes, you get the news a bit quicker. Does it add that much value to for my trading? No, it's not. So going back to good old TradingView, let's see what do we have for the remaining of the afternoon. Looking at the calendar, I think the interesting prime events of our day is going to be around the ISM non-manufacturing PMI, which is going to be. Yeah, so we have an hour and a half to kill, and I knew that's not going to be so exciting, these events. That's why I said don't rush. We have plenty of time. And the market is now climbing back based on Could be the news, could be just a retracement, who knows, but I'm still in a sell. I'm going to still stay in a sell until I don't see otherwise on the market.
Actually, I took a buy based on this double bottom.
Which is it's good. It's you know, if you saw an opportunity, you have to grab it, which you did. It's very good. And what do you think about US30, guys?
For me, it looks a bit messy right now. I don't want to get in it. I mean, I got a bit shocked lately by the market, so I just avoid stuff.
Okay, so I'm going to be focusing on only two assets today, which is going to be gold and US30. How do you like the idea?
It's gold, good old classic.
Or have a look as well on USD Japanese yen. What's happening with the good old UJ? It's been moving sideways.
It's a long consolidation.
Yeah, the golden age is over.
Right, so we're going to stick a good old-fashioned
Very nice
gold.
wedge on very nice wedge on UJ if you want to short it in 15 minutes.
Okay, have a look. So we just discussed, I'm going to focus on US30 and gold. So the wedge that you're talking about is this one here, right? Or 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Yeah.
Oh, it's a good, nice wedge. I presume you were mentioning this.
Exactly.
Which is going to be a short sell, in it.
Yep. Ready in with 0.5% risk.
Oh, now we're talking. So, Ali's in a short, and I do trust his analysis. So I'm going to take a small position, because we win together, we lose together. I only entered with a smaller lot size in the UJ. I'm going to target 147. So it's a really reasonable, really modest profit target with I would say it's a decent stop loss. It's about 27 pips. What's your target, Ali?
The bottom of the wedge, which is
143.5. Yeah, the same. So target is here, right?
Yep.
Means and my stop loss is 44,650, so just above the wedge, somewhere around here. Profit target is still a really nice 1 to 4.5 profit.
Yep.
I still need to set up the time on my Bloomberg. And the other thing I wanted to mention about Bloomberg Terminal is I have a wide screen, which is 49 inches. And I think Bloomberg Terminal fits for the old school 2x2 monitor setup or 1x1. So it's like you need minimum 2 regular size monitors. If you want to work with Bloomberg on a curved monitor, it's not very good because I have to move around the windows to fit the screen. Whereas I have 2, 3 or even more regular size screens, I can dedicate 2 screens just for Bloomberg, and I don't have to do anything. I set up once, and every time I switch on the computer and Windows, it will stay there. On a Mac, it's different because even if I move my browser a tiny bit, it adjusts the screen resolution, and sometimes it wipes out everything I set up. You see, it already says that none of my views, my previously saved views, are fitting the window, because now I have to reduce the size of my browser because of the stream. So it's a bit painful to work on a Mac.
How much is your computer RAM?
How much what?
The RAM, RAM.
It's the highest. It's high. I don't know.
So you can work on with Parallels easy because you will not have to switch operating system. It will basically work from Mac but Windows programs.
Yeah, I think it should be fine. The other thing is the it's still. I'm just thinking out loud that maybe the browser is a little bit better, because if there wasn't browser, I would have to do these windows you see on the screen. I have to put it on screen outside the browser, but because I have a curved monitor, it would be individual. It would like individual windows.
Considering one more screen then?
Considering 4 screens, brother.
Yeah.
If I stick, but to be honest, like, yeah, it won't. So this is a problem. Is like, for example, when you have a coffee machine, 2 people can use it, right? So if you hire a third barista, would it add that extra value for the business? No, it would take away, because he would stay idle when the other 2 people is using the coffee machine. So it's the same. Bloomberg doesn't add that much value to the spot traders, unless if you work in a bank and you have to execute client orders. So it's not, definitely not. But I paid for the month, so I'm going to test it and come back with when I have a studio. I might think about setting up Bloomberg Station, just for all time's sake. Okay.
Bloomberg Station? Well, let me look that on YouTube.
And what station?
You said Bloomberg Station?
Terminal, yeah, station.
Ah.
I'll show you my previous, my old setup.
Okay.
I showed us these 2 photos. That was my old setup.
Yeah, this one, I saw the guy on Instagram use this many times. The guy who was trying to copy your photos and put them on his Instagram. Yeah, reported yesterday, by the way.
Yeah, everyone's using. I mean, come on, this is the one of the baddest setup I ever used, and it's just for a freaking screen, but you know, it was beautiful. I loved it. But that's not gonna make.
Because you use all.
It was efficient because I used to work in capital markets in fixed income trading, and that was efficient because we had to have Bloomberg. There was no other way around.
Yeah.
But as a spot trader, I don't have to have Bloomberg to get access to the markets. But Bloomberg is a gateway to capital markets. Okay, so I'm looking at gold, and on a smaller time frame I see sell, but in a higher time frame, price could easily come back up to retest the pivot. What do you think?
I think we might see a retracement because you know it's since 11 a.m. it doesn't want to break the support S1 Fibonacci, and it looks like it's getting rejected. I agree with the retracement.
To let me just clean up a little bit. Okay, I see two possible scenarios, as I explained, that we didn't have a proper retest of the pivot, so that's scenario number one, or it's going to just completely melt from the current price level. What do you think?
For me, we could see the pivot getting tapped. Because if this would have been supposed to be to melt, you know, we would have seen it.
So sorry, can you just repeat? I didn't hear it.
If we would have, if the price would have been supposed to be melting, you know, we would have seen it since 11 a.m.
Don't forget that the news at 5 o'clock, so probably we'll be consolidating in some maybe $4 range.
Yeah, I think that was what I'm asking. Like, do you think this is like waiting for the news, like kind of consolidation?
I think so.
Yeah, could be. Still, something is telling me that now is the short, and it's going to just melt without retesting the pivot. Just going to think about this hard for a second. So the position we entered this morning is running in 172 pips of profit on gold. Now just looking for another entry opportunity. And I'm debating myself which one would be a good entry point. Retest of the pivot, which hasn't happened yet properly, or selling from the current price level. And Bilal said it's retesting the pivot.
Split your risk in that case.
It's already on a pivot, Thomas.
Yeah, but
It's on
the
R3.
pivot haven't been touched properly, you know.
No, the R3, not. It's on the.
The weekly.
1711.33.
Yeah.
It went through it 2 times and then still it's struggling to go up.
Ah, sorry. It wasn't showing
the weekly
RF.
pivot point. Yeah.
Where's the weekly? God, my whole screen is a mess. I need to fix it soon.
I don't know. It have been broke twice so far. So for me, this pivot point is not relevant anymore.
In today or in general?
For this week.
Yeah, I mean this week's I guess you're talking about the weekly pivot, but that's changing every single time. So depending, you know, the pivot. Maybe Raul can help me, but the pivot is calculated with the. I think the closing prices, previous high, previous low.
Daily open, and
yeah.
What was it? Close of the week of the day, high, low,
So,
and close to.
Exactly. So it doesn't matter if you talk. The daily obviously is changing unless the market is moving sideways. The daily and the weekly pivot should change from day to day, week to week, depending whether it makes a new high or new low.
Yeah, it's weekly stays for 1 week. The daily changes every day.
But it's still, I think it would be more reasonable to wait for the retest of the pivot, or at least the retest of this consolidation from where price broke out, as we discussed in the morning briefing. And I think it was just when we were having the morning briefing that was that time during the morning briefing when price broke out from the consolidation, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Adam Spice is asking how to set up the pivot. There's no magic. You go to Trading View, Indicators, you type in pivot, there you get the pivot standards, and boom, add it to your chart. And then the individual settings, you can take a screenshot. It's maybe not the best, but that's what I'm using. Fibonacci on a daily, and I'm only looking at the number of pivots, 1. So I'm not looking any pivots further in the past. I don't want pivots all over my screen on my chart. So I'm using only 1 number of pivots back. And the color, you choose whatever color you like. I like my positions, my label positions on the right. Nice and neat and tidy. And I'm also using lapels key levels. Now this is insanely powerful and useful when I can see on the chart what were the previous yesterday's high. So if I hide it for a second, I mean, without this, you're looking at the chart, yes, you can see price action, but do you understand what the previous highs and lows mean? If you add lapels key levels, you can see exactly even the SMAs added and the EMA and the previous closing prices. Just like when you go into the market, you want to see what was the previous price yesterday. If you want to buy, you know, anything in the market, fish, grocery, meat, you know, if you're a wholesaler, you go to the market and you ask, okay, what was yesterday's price? Low, high, medium, and you start negotiating on the market. Financial markets works exactly the same. This is why it's important. So I highly recommend everyone to download it or add it to your chart.
I use also the day before because it often tests those levels again.
Which one?
The daily pivots. I use 2 days. But that's what you prefer.
Yeah, it's individual preference. I mean, there's no right or wrong answer. I saw people don't even use anything. Like Christine, she's looking at the chart. Obviously, she's you know, some people talented enough that they look at the chart and then, you know, they can make a trading decision. Some people have to use 50 different types of indicators, such as Chris Wisda in our team. Do you remember his charts, Raul?
Yeah.
It was all over the place. So many things were happening on the chart, like a million indicator. He was making money.
You couldn't see the candles anymore.
No, you couldn't see the candles. So he was looking at only indicators, but he was making money. And yeah, individual preference. So I'm going to mark on the chart that I'm looking for sells. Actually, oh, what's happening?
Thomas, hi. The wedge broke on UJ with another wedge on 5 minutes, and this pattern usually is not a good pattern to continue downwards. So
Wedge on a wedge.
Yes, it broke with another wedge on 5 minutes pattern, and this is something familiar. I'm familiar with, and that's why I closed 50% of my lot size and left only 50%.
No.
Yep.
To be honest, UJ should continue higher if the market is going to follow the monetary policy and the previous market sentiment. But thanks for the heads up, Ali. If we look at what's happening in the currency markets, for a second, just step back and have a look on the big picture. And what do we see on the chart right now?
The 10 years euro. What's that?
Sorry, now I wanted to show you this one. So USD Japanese yen, I'm focusing on the USD here. Obviously with the yuki there's so much volatility, but did the trend break? We don't know yet because it's just moving sideways. You can see that yes, during the month of July we had a shizzle when the USD started to weaken, but then the market quickly started to realize that the Fed didn't change into a dove overnight or by over 2 weeks. So price started to go up again on USD Japanese yen. And if you look at the chart, since we had the Japanese intervention, it's a Bank of Japan intervention, you can see that price started to move sideways. And it's not good. It's just below the intervention level, but just above the 24-year high. So now market is definitely waiting for whether the Bank of Japan is going to intervene on the market or the Fed is going to continue increasing interest rate. It's going to be a clash of titans. It's going to be a clash of central banks, which we have no control over. We don't know what is going to be the decision. One thing I have to mention, that right now there's a currency war going on and the war of rates, interest rates. Each central bank is racing for money. Each central bank is racing with time for fighting inflation. An intervention that hasn't happened for 24 years in Japan happened the week before, or 2 weeks ago. Then Bank of England intervened in the bond market last week. So these are things that hasn't happened for decades, and we are definitely, how to say, the whole world, the whole monetary system, actually the whole world is realigning right now. So be careful, volatile times are ahead. Moving back to gold. Let's see what's happening. Okay.
Crawling to the pivot.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna delete the A because it looks like that the forecast is coming alive. So I'm going to mark this as the sell zone.
Yes, it's preparing for the news then when it goes up, I think.
Well, we still have the US open in 30 minutes and the news after that in 1 hour. So let's get ready
to rumble.
Yeah. So Thomas, as I said, I closed 50% of my lot size, not totally, you know. But from my previous experience, when a wedge breaks with another wedge formation, that's not exactly the way it should be, and usually it goes the opposite way you are expecting.
So US30 is running in about 215 pips profit. One trade yesterday, one trade... no, actually re-entered this morning, and I entered during the stream when I said that it's looking good for a short. Gold is running in 137 pips of profit, but it's crawling back to the daily pivot, which could give us another opportunity to re-enter into a sell. And you can double your money within 24 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Do you want to double your money?
No, yes, we don't want this.
5% is also okay.
Raj, can I ask you a question? If you would have to enter again on a sell on gold at the pivot point, where would you put your stop loss?
Hold on, just a second. So the question was, if I were to re-enter on the daily pivot, where would I put my stop loss?
Yeah.
To be very safe, I would say 1722. But 1721.6 is looking okay. You know, depending on what is the position size, how big is your risk appetite and your tolerance as well, and actually how great is your account risk tolerance. Because sometimes you can tolerate risk, but your account and your capital cannot with the positions and loss sizes.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so we're going to have services PMI and US composite PMI. If we look back in what happened previously, you can see that the US economy is in a contraction. We know that the US economy is in technical recession, yet the government is not willing to say it out loud that yes, the US is in recession, because technically speaking it is in a recession, but it also isn't in recession because there is no unemployment, so we cannot really call a recession without the good old unemployment, can we? What do you think?
I just need a lot of time. Because now you know they get the choice to not call it a recession.
Yeah. Okay, Gum Clan is asking what made you get into the gold trade you took. I discussed with the team this morning, well, I explained yesterday that 1730 was my target area. So when the bull run started, I was off. It was a bear market rally, let's put it this way. It wasn't a bull run, bear market rally. And many people started to short, but I'm so glad that I was off due to personal reasons. And the first proper entry level I was eyeballing was at 1730. And when I was back at trading yesterday or last night, I didn't want to trade yesterday, so I wanted to come back today. But I sent out the analysis to the team and I said, listen, I'm looking for sales from 1730, or I'm going to sell if price stays below 1730. And surprise, surprise, price did stay below 1730 for now. We don't know what's going to happen next, but I see multiple confirmations. For example, pivots. For example, if you look left on the charts, good old price action. We had this beautiful wedge, which worked out perfectly. I think we did short this one before. And 1730, if you go back on the charts historically, has been an important price level for gold USD spot market in recent history. These were mainly the key ones. Some price actions, some indicators, so it's a mixture of both, but I saw minimum 4 to 5 confirmations, which came to the decision to start shorting at 1728. And my entry is, you can see on the chart right here, was actually it's almost no drawdown. And we are entered into a new hourly candle. And I'm very tempted to start selling. In fact, I'm going to place another sell right now. So that is, let me use this one on the 30-minute time frame. Yep, 100% selling now, and just going to use 1719 as stop loss. If it wants to come higher, then it's going to come back to the sell zone. So I'm keeping a tight stop loss at around, what did I say? No, even lower. 1716, 1717, 1716.4. Yes, that is my stop loss. And Daniel Farese is asking, what's my thought on US30? It's difficult to repeat myself every single time when a new person comes onto the stream. I'm not sure how could I be more transparent so people understand what's happening and what are my thoughts. Maybe the best way to do it, guys, if you watch the morning briefing, if you join the community, because I go through every single time, every single morning. We do the morning briefings and I express my view on the market. I talk about fundamentals, macroeconomics and technical, translating that into a technical analysis. So my view on US30, good old short on US30, which I entered last night and this morning and again today. What do you think about US30, guys?
It is the hardest among all pairs we are trying to trade, to be honest with you.
It is difficult. Actually, let me show you. Because it's a centralized market, actually this is one of the best thing which has a market depth monitor. And sometimes when what to say, so the reason why it's difficult to trade US30 and stocks, it comes from the easiness of how easy to trade stocks and indices. Sometimes when, you know, naked selling is not, it's illegal to sell naked on the stock market, and hence you have to borrow the stock if you're selling. And sometimes in bear markets, when the market is so aggressively selling off and you think they hit bottom and the market starts rallying, it's called the bear market rally, but it's not an actual rally, it's an artificial thing, because all the short sellers are buying back the stocks that they borrowed to short and now they're returning it, so it's a fake thing. One of the ways to actually tell whether it's a bear market rally is if you use the market depth monitor. We will come back to this later during the trading session. And just quickly focusing on US30. Who entered into the sell?
Yeah, of course.
Very good, my friends.
All in.
S&P 500.
And did you enter in the gold sell?
Yes. I re-entered into gold.
I'm not adding a new position. I'm just.
Oh my god, gold is selling, US30 is selling. Very good. You can double your money with the alpha effects. Deal, no deal, sir?
Guaranteed deal.
You can double your money. Ooh, gold is getting quite volatile, and we are about to witness again the New York Stock Exchange Open in about 20 minutes. So out of context human race is asking, did you try option selling on crypto? Are you freaking nuts? I mean, even options trading is extremely difficult, and you can lose more money than your actual capital is. There's no freaking way I would try options selling crypto, and do not mention on this channel again. It's highly dangerous, and I don't recommend anyone who doesn't have any capital markets knowledge to even try to trade options, especially not on cryptos. Alright. Gold is gold, but US30 is reacting so much nicer to my trade than gold. So I'm going to lock in some profits from the morning sell. I'm looking in 50%. I'm going to close in 50% on the gold trade as well, because now it's serious money. And someone is placing heavy bets. Who was it?
No, I just moved my stop loss.
Into break even?
Marwan is doubling his money.
Yeah, right.
I posted the UJ chart on the share the charts group on the group, and as I said, it broke with a wedge with another wedge. My stop loss.
Yanis Capoillo Calispera is asking, excuse me Tomasz, what session time do you have for Lipel's key levels? I'm not really sure if I understand the question. You can use it on any time frame if that's the question. Peter M is asking, what broker are you using? Good question. FOREX. Link in the description below. Tornado is asking, what's your long-term view on gold? Will it go down to 1600 or surge towards 1800? You have to look into monetary policy and see what the central banks are planning to do, because that is going to 100% dominate and move the gold market, and of course the war and many of the factors. But ceteris paribus, if you're focusing on monetary policy, what's important that you understand is until the real rate, so the nominal rate minus the inflation rate, or the nominal yield, gives the real yield, the actual return, which is calculated from core CPI. So the return on your investment minus the core CPI, and the number gives you a positive final net value, then it's bad for gold. That's how investors look at the market. That's why gold is going to sell off. So until the rates are going up, it's going to be a tough time for gold. But if we have a third World War III, then it's going to be good for gold. So long-term view, who knows what's going to happen long-term. We just had a new news that OPEC proposed to counter 2 million barrels per day to its oil output, according to delegate. So moving back to gold, my long-term view is 2022 is going to be characterized by another 2 rate hikes. 2023, more likely it's going to be characterized with other rate hikes. If you look at the dot plot, which is the FOMC members' forecast or prediction or view, so the assessment of appropriate monetary policy is is this. So how to translate the dot plot? It tells you that what the voting FOMC or Fed members want from the market. 2022, the first column you can see they seem a good price level, or the good interest rate level is 4.5%. 2023 is a little bit higher, meaning that what they think would be the right interest rate is going to be extremely bearish for gold. And I would align my view with the 12 FOMC members, not because they are always right, but because I think that the interest rate should be much higher than what they forecast. The direction on them and my view is the same, and hence my long-term view on gold, you know, long-term. So up to 12 months, I think gold should drop until next year. And quickly looking at the market back, guys, we have another beautiful trade on US30, so I hope you are in profit.
Most definitely. All I'm seeing is blue. Thomas, quick question. This situation with the MT4 and MT5, are they going to be closing for business?
No, it's not going to affect those who have MetaTrader installed. Those who doesn't have, they still can use the broker's own platform if their brokers have a platform. Yeah, it's a bit shit if you accidentally have to buy or have a new phone because you can't install MetaTrader anymore in the iOS.
Okay, good. Thank you.
MMR Sakif says, yes, Tomasz, he's super rich. How do you know I'm rich? What do we consider super rich? There are far richer people out there than me. So Teen Nguyen is asking, for US30 sell, can you show us your entry and the reasons why? Well, you should have watched the stream before, buddy, because I gave you a description and I told you why you should sell US30. So watch back the stream. But that's my entry, and many people took the entry with me. Going to delete the sell zone is no longer valid because we started already selling gold, haven't we? "15 minutes until New York Stock Exchange open." And so far, gold analysis is respecting, but we don't know when gold is going to whiplash back to the daily pivot. So I was expecting a proper retest. It hasn't happened so far. And in US30, again, we are very close to the New York Stock Exchange open, which is not ideal for you know, trading around the current price level.
I guess we still have 80 points.
And my YouTube channel is 13 subscribers away from 13,000. What do you think? Gold is going to continue dropping, respecting the analysis, or is it going to hard retest the pivot? Considering that we have a new 4-hour candle, which is so far it's going nicely.
For me, that's supposed to touch the pivot point.
Galley FX is saying that, oh, does the Alpha FX not read YouTube comments? Post your question and ask if you want. Oh yeah, I see. You can just go into your Apple ID history and re-download from history, even though it's not on the Apple Store. Yeah, but I don't need to re-download it. But why are you guys telling me that Apple turned it down? I know exactly. I posted one. I was one of the first ones who posted the news. Anyway, you have fun with the Apple Store. Let's double our money. What do you say?
Yep.
It's going slowly.
It's a great idea.
Leo Randall is asking, do you live trade every day? Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Depending on the mood, the weather, many circumstances. But there is morning briefing every single day. It's kind of like live trading, isn't it? Live market analysis in the morning, but that's not for the public. That's only for private members. Shit.
In case anybody is interested, Euro AD also has a nice short possibility.
Do you trade NASDAQ? I trade US30. I don't really trade NASDAQ. I like US30, but it's not the same. But if you get one right, most likely the other one will follow the same direction. But you have to know the difference between what's NASDAQ and US30. What do you think? Should we keep gold? Well, if it's your mother's gold, then definitely keep it. Don't sell it. Those of you who are interested to get daily analysis, you can go to the website. There's 2 membership left, 4 membership left. You can take it at 50% discount. Take it, it's your discount. If you want daily morning briefings, analysis and all that. But people in the Zoom can say more about it if you have any questions. And these people are not paid by me.
Yeah, highly recommended. It changed my trading life and approach to the market and the way you look into the charts and price action, combining it, the technical with the fundamental. That's really essential.
Thank you so much, brother.
You're paying us to say that. Come on.
Yeah, but £5 is not that much.
That's a good one.
Actually, any business in the world, it has some investment. So the best investment you can do that you get this membership. So believe me, if you're thinking about like a FOREX as a business, then you need this membership.
That's true. Trading as a trading society.
Exactly. Yeah.
It really gives you more confidence and it boosts your psychology.
Yes. So being with the Thomas, it was like kind of like really big advantage in my business.
Inshallah.
Yes, always, inshallah.
We'll double our money in 24 hours.
You can, my friend. If you are good, you can double your money.
If you are crazy, yeah.
Well, I can go to the casino also and can double my money.
We're talking about
US30.
business, not gambling.
You see that? That's why we are traders, not gamblers.
Raul, you're an idiot. Did you just go to my YouTube to comment that?
Isn't Raul on free? He has vacation.
Yeah, I'm free, but I'm listening, remember.
Yeah, he's messing on my YouTube channel. He went to my YouTube and questioned about inflation. Do we have to change 69 to 96? Just wondering. Not necessarily.
That's a dirty economical question.
Very funny, Guste Gelmers. Yeah, you need humor to survive trading in the long term.
Thomas,
Yep.
he must be the one who disliked the video also.
No, I never dislike videos.
No, I'm just kidding, man. Come on.
Only if it's racist or something that.
I think you should remove the dislike button to begin with. There's no more dislike option on YouTube videos.
Is it like so?
Yeah, I think so.
I have still.
No, you don't.
You can push it.
Let me dislike the video.
I can.
Oh yeah, it is there. There's another like, Thomas. 133 right now.
Very good, but let me ask you a question. There's 400 people watching the stream. There's only 135 likes. It's either I'm doing something very wrong, or the people who are watching the stream are just too freaking lazy to hit the like button. And if you want to continue the stream,
them to not like.
Possible option. I mean, that would be too far. We have a banter, but maybe that's a bit too far. So if you want this stream to carry on and continue and double your money within 24 minutes, please hit the like button once. That gives me feedback that I'm doing my job correctly. And let's have a look. So we have New York Stock Exchange open coming up in about 4 minutes. And then we're going to have, what I'm waiting for is the ISM data. Manufacturing and non-manufacturing and services and all kind of juicy data. And I'm gonna go for a technical break, have something to drink, and I'll come back in about 2 minutes. So if any of, especially I'm looking at Raul, if saying something dirty in the stream, just try to do the damage control, please, before they ban my channel.
And it was quiet, but nobody has to say something.
Guys, let's report Raul as a fraudster.
What's Raul done now? Why are we reporting him?
I asked a question on YouTube. Because of inflation, do we have to change 69 to 96 now? Just wondering.
So, and before Thomas' channel gets banned, we're trying to report Raul.
Oh.
You know.
Seems US dollar index also pushing up.
Gills is going down.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's it. I don't think there's a way back for EU and GU. I think so. On the US30, I'm expecting 80 more points, or depends on how you count it. 800 pips, maybe based on the counter.
Yeah, every pip 10 points, I think.
Yeah, you know, US30's pip counter is different, so
Exactly.
yeah. So the $80 price,
Kind of tick, actually. Yeah.
Exactly, the $80 price is priced as 800 pips, which sounds something like big in terms of normal forex pairs. And the US session is officially open.
The US stock exchange, anyway.
US30 is pumping up.
Now, this is pretty normal when it opens. Lots of pending orders.
Yeah.
Roll is buying, most likely.
Okay, and I'm back. So
No, I have the day off.
I'm going to lock in some money. I'm going to close down most of my US30 position, the last entry. Let's quickly have a look. Okay. Let's see whether the pivot is going to hold. So I'm holding my stop loss just above the pivot, keeping the position open. So let's see the market separator. The S&P. Oh shit, the S&P 500 market depth is not available. So this is the problem with Bloomberg, that if you want real-time data, you have to pay extra for it. But if I go to, for example, Tesla, that has a market depth monitor, even though it's not necessarily real-time. It's only just ones, and yeah, bid buy. So let's have a look. Quickly going to have a look on stocks, cash equity. Let's have a look in the market movers. It also has a block trade monitor. I'm going to check that one out, but it's not that important. So going back. Okay. So this position is still holding. It's just above the daily pivot. Let's see, it's going to hold. I'm holding the sell on US30. And now that we're 3 minutes into the session, so the pending orders, most of them have been executed already. Or just coming now. We'll see. But usually, you know, a few minutes and all the pending orders have been executed. Let's see how the daily pivot is going to hold. And on gold, it's bumping up as well. Shakib Nouri asking, do you have London session live too? It's only for members, but it's a morning briefing, so it's not even... we don't go into too much into the London session, but I do the pre-session analysis. US30 is pumping up. And the position is closed now, so this one has become invalid, so just still holding the last position or the first position since the morning, which my forecast for US30 now that it's going to create most likely a double top. But we don't know whether the market rally or bear market rally is over just now, so it could be a bull flag pattern. So from now on we have to be careful with US30. The market sentiment is still quite bear market bullish. So if it breaks this channel, then it's going to continue higher. I move my stop loss. Yeah, I move my stop loss into break even and holding.
Oh my! It's gonna wipe the whole day candle within 1 to 2 minutes. That's
could
crazy.
Be the pre-market candles. Yeah, I'm gonna close down US30. Let's quickly have a look. Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's quickly have a look on trading view. If it stays within this channel, I'm holding the sell. Move my stop loss into break even at 30,170. And on gold, I'm holding the sell because I have more confidence in gold today than on US30. But second entry on gold, I'm going to reduce the position by 50%. We have 20 minutes until the services PMI and then 30 minutes until the non-manufacturing PMI. Okay, US30. I'm entering into another sell now. Stop loss. I'm just going to try to scalp it. So I'm keeping a tight stop
Look
loss.
at this rejection candle. Oh my.
Damn right, damn right. So US30. Yeah. That is going back to plan A. Now we had a nice rejection of the downward shifting channel, which could be a bull flag, so we're not out of the woods yet, but it's a good sign that bulls are losing stream, which could be actually bears who logged in positions and rebuying the stocks and hence cruising a bear market rally. But overall, if you look at the market directions year to date, negative for US stocks. John is asking, hey, I'm new. What is your confirmation for gold sell? It's purely macroeconomics and technicals. So first we do the I do the macroeconomic analysis and the fundamentals, looking at what is the real yield, nominal minus the inflation. That gives a positive value. So in theory, gold has a direct competition in terms of yields because investors find better values if they go out into the bond market. They get return on their money, and that was the number one confirmations in my trading decision. And then I went down to the chart to have a look on technical analysis, and voila, 2 positions running in 226 pips of cumulative PNL. Easy money in it. Thanks for the kind comment, DT. So 10 minutes into the New York session, and so far the analysis is doing well, but I have more confidence in gold today than on US30. Again, we're not out of the woods yet. Trading stocks in a bear market rally is a bit difficult, but I will be shorting every single opportunity I see.
Managed to catch a good entry on US30.
On the sell?
Candle. Yep.
Very good. You can double your money.
And the stop loss above the last week.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
It doesn't make any dirty move.
Hi everyone.
Hi Jian. How is you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Very good. Did you come to double your money?
I don't have any position right now.
Why not?
Because I'm waiting for the data. I closed all my profits just now.
It's wise.
Really, really good. Wise.
Look at gold. Oh my god. It's going to drop so freaking hard. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I can't.
If that happens before the data, then I'm a little bit worried.
I caught an entry on 1 minute time frame. Partials.
Gold, oh my god, it's beautiful trade. Nobody. Tivan Srinivashan says that I'm using SMC. No, I'm not using Smart Money Concept. I don't believe in that. That's someone came up with this fancy sounding concept, but it's just basically trading on previous highs and lows. So because I am a trained economist, so by education I'm using mainly macroeconomics, and then go into the chart and look at other confirmations in technicals. Technicals do work, but I think they work along with macroeconomics and fundamentals. You can use one or the other, but together these are the most powerful weapons in trading. And then you add the indicators, further increasing your chances of winning. And Baller just says hello from the Bahamas. This is outrageous. Bahamas, this beautiful place.
It is.
So nobody says to use price action for technicals. I'm not using just price action, but is one key element of my technical analysis.
Lovely. Gold is literally going through every single.
Beautiful. I think I
Double
managed
your
to
money.
catch double your money. I think I managed to catch a cold over the last few days. It was really stressful, and I think my body is saying I need a rest.
Yeah, make the money and have some rest. Innit? USD is reaching some major trend line, so I'm pulling out partial.
PMI all positive for the dollar.
Yeah, I don't think there's a coming back for euro. No.
We have Unite says, I've recently learned that fundamentals drive the market. What are we to expect from PMI? You see it well, the fundamentals are driving the market. So it's not trend line that drives, yields and returns and interest and prices. It's one aspect, but it's not as useful as combining them. US30 is being a little cunt again, but even gold is definitely, the market is setting up for the coming PMI news.
On US30, I was having like a deep monitoring on Friday, and there was a lot of news, and it was, the monthly candle close. So that was one of the hardest days to trade, to be honest with you. And I noticed something is that US30 made multiple fake breaks, and it wasn't until a real M30 candle, 30 minutes candle, closed outside or confirmed the break. Then at that moment only, it trended in one direction. So that's something which I noted by heart now, that a 30-minute closure is a confirmation for me on US30. Other than that, even 15-minute candle is not enough.
Yeah, I agree. US30 pumped back up and just wiped out the second position, sorry, and now it's bumping back up. Definitely the market is setting up for the news. And if it breaks this downward shifting channel, which could be a bull flag, then it's a big problem. So let's just wait until the news, and I'm not looking to enter in the next 15 minutes into any other trade, and going to lock in some more profits. And if I see any other opportunities on gold or US30, then I might re-enter. But what it looks like, we might going to have a shift from bearish to bullish on US30. We don't know yet. We currently have a bear market rally, so all the people who were shorting in the past 8 months, they could take profit and causing the bear market rally. So watching this downward shifting channel, whether it's going to break. If it breaks, then we're shifting into bullish sentiment. If it doesn't and respecting, then we are going to continue downwards. So that's the view, but we have the news coming out in about 10 minutes. So let's just wait 15 minutes, so not even 10. Okay.
This is one of my best days in weeks by now.
Very good. Did you double your money?
Well, I think I hit like 8% today.
That's very good. 8%?
Yep.
Okay.
US30 is still under the trend line, which is very good for us. EU is at a major trend. GU is at a non-main trend, I call it. Trend line, I mean, sorry. And gold is the crazy bull. Somebody posted something about a crazy bull today. That was so funny.
So Ross is asking, are you still sound biased in US30? Yes. And he's asking, if yes, in which case scenario will you change your bias from sell to buy? In this case, we have to, or I have to rely on the technicals. Fundamentally, I'm overly bearish on the stock market, but currently we are facing a bear market rally, which could continue to, you know, for days and sometimes for weeks, and maybe for a whole quarter, depending on the size and scale of, you know, profit taking. And now recently we came back into the territory of dip buyers and people are looking for opportunities and bargains, and that is causing price to go up. And I'm locking in every position in US30 now and waiting for the news to come out. Okay, all position closed on US30, you can see, and now just waiting for the news. Lakshmi muted.
Thought about Alan and Marwan.
What do you think about US30? Is it going to respect the bull flag, or is it going to finally break down today?
I think it will reject from this area again. So, which was 30,000, 30,140 or 30. Yeah.
So you're looking for sells?
Yes. Just waiting for one more candle. Just checking also smaller time frame. Or I just wait for 30,180. And the reason there was some, like, yeah, I know maybe it's kind of stupid things, maybe order block and this kind of smart money concept things. but
the order block,
yeah.
I could agree. Order blocks can be quite powerful. I don't know the technicality behind, but I saw even some of you using order blocks, and it's promising. But it's still order blocks usually at the previous highs and previous lows.
Yeah, exactly. It's same. So
Yeah,
as you know,
but
that
gives a
Thomas.
sound. Sorry, Mo.
Yeah.
Mela.
Yeah, you know that Raul and Thomas, everything is about imbalance. So when we have imbalance, that means we have movement in the market, that we have some price up and down, these kind of things. So yes, order block and this kind of things, it's really, I think, nice. But again, I agree with Thomas also.
Yeah, but it gives you a zone, not directly a resistance. It gives you a zone. You have to look for your buys or sells. That's what I like.
Yes. So for example, here on US30, I see like a nice rejection from this order block on 5 minutes chart. I know it's not like a smaller time frame, but yeah, it's kind of like seeing it will build this good rejection zone.
Yeah, also it's at the 200 moving average. So maybe it's the 200 moving average. But you'll never know. It's pumping up again.
Exactly. Fat fingers, they decide.
Still have the sell, but the stop loss at the week a bit higher than the week.
Actually, I am happy I made a big profit on gold. So,
well done, brother.
Yeah, me too. The morning one was really nice. You know, I had to late. You know, good amount.
Okay. On US30, it looks like we might going to continue the bear market rally. So now just waiting for the economic data release, which the first one is in 4 minutes, and then no, all of them is in 4 minutes. So in 4 minutes we will see whether to fly or dump. But by the looks of it, it looks like it's going to continue higher, back to even 31,000 is possible. So let's just wait.
The 30 minutes candle is back under the trend line. It's not going to give an indication for the news, I guess.
So I'm gonna delete this one because I'm not sure what's going to happen with US30. Waiting for. I'm going to say what the Fed says. I will be making decisions based on the data. Data-dependent approach. Gold didn't drop as much as I was expecting. So again, back to plan A. Add the news, could come back to retest the pivot, or could continue to drop from the current price level. Unfortunately, this is what we have to work with. And in US30, someone is placing some crazy lots.
Oh no, just moving the stocks.
On gold, it's making higher lows. If you notice on the 5 minutes and
Yeah.
the 15 minutes.
Yeah,
It's on the
absolutely.
50 moving average on the hour. But it's testing.
But it could be a bear flag.
No.
It could be
No.
a natural M. Who knows? That's the beauty of the market. And ladies and gentlemen, we have 1 minute until the data release. 1 minute, place your bets. The services PMI has been in line with forecast. It's higher than the previous one, so meaning that the economy is not cooling down. It's still in contraction, but it's higher than the previous numbers, so it's kind of like jumping. And the manufacturing, even the US is not manufacturing or heavily manufacturing based. And a positive number could mean that the economy is still, expanding from the non-manufacturing services point of view. And we have 3, 2, 1, and there you go. And US30 is going to continue higher by the price action. Let's quickly have a look at the data. Yes, it's going to continue higher. So US30 buy, US30 buy. I'm buying US30. And now let's see whether he's going to respect the pivot. Gold is dropping, really nice. Okay, with US30, don't go crazy with the lot sizes. We're still massaging the daily pivot. We're not sure which direction it's going to make or break. But gold, it should continue downwards because the economy is still overheating. That is going to cause the Fed to further increase or decrease the money supply, meaning that increasing interest rate, and that is going to be extremely bearish for gold. But in the US30, because we have a bear market rally, that is making things a little bit more complicated.
Gold gapped and euro gapped. On my broker, everything gapped, man. Is it only me or everywhere?
On gold or US30?
Well, EU, gold, and pound. All of them created gaps.
Not sure.
On 1 minute time frame?
Oh, well, 1 minute. I don't really go down to that low. So let's see how the market is going to interpret the data which just came out. So if you look at the ISM manufacturing data, you can see that it is in line with expectation, is greater. Actually, yeah, it is the same as the previous one. The services or the S&P is in line with the previous one and the survey. So the economy is not cooling down. And my stop loss was hit in US30, so I'm going to focus on gold now.
I'm still surviving that week. Worked beautifully. And my day continues to be a milestone.
That's very good.
Yeah.
So gold is running right now from the entry level during the stream when we entered. It's running now in exactly 100 pips profit. The second entry, so please consider taking some of the chips off the table. Don't leave too much. Make the money, take the money. That's my motto. And look at this, how nicely it's selling off. 375 pips just from 2 trades. I'm moving the stop loss into break even. US30, you cheeky bugger.
Yeah, do you want to go down or want to go up?
No, I'm entering into another buy just now. So stop loss is just below the last low. But shit, that's maybe too much. So I'm going to reduce the position by 50. And that is the 2 positions I have.
Okay, partial secured.
Very nice.
What a day.
لا.
So, ladies and gentlemen, quick promotion. If you wish to join the AlphaFX community, there's still full membership left on the AlphaFX website. Link in the description below. There's 50% discount. It's your discount. Use it, take it, abuse it. Not too much. But after this membership is given out or taken, the members joining will be closed down, so there will be no more joining. If you wish to receive daily analysis, market briefing, translating the economics gibberish into understandable trading decisions in technical analysis, then this is your place. Link in the description below.
Thomas, you buying US30?
I did buy, and I might have been closed out.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Can I know why you are buying? Because for
because
me,
price didn't drop. Yeah, but we're in a bear market rally. Let me show you quickly. So we are in a bear market rally, and this is why it's difficult to trade stocks, because the stocks don't move in parallel with the real economy. It's going the opposite direction. But why? What is the reason you're seeing a sell?
Because the market is overheating. Then
Sorry?
the number is high. Because the PMI is higher than consensus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you have
This is
to. And what does it mean? Yeah, I was in a sell before the session, but the PMI came out, and I changed my view. So you saying that the number is higher than expected, which means what to you? How is the economy doing?
It's overheating.
Okay. And which means that the Fed has to raise interest rate, right?
Yes.
When is the next Fed meeting?
November, end of November.
Okay, so is the Fed going to come out now and say, well, it's bad news for the stock market bulls because we're going to raise interest rate now? Exactly. They're not going to do anything now, and the bulls know this, that the bulls are out, and no one's there to catch them. So they're running wide and free. They're enjoying. They're partying like it's 2007 before the market crash. Let them enjoy it, and we can jump on. So sometimes you need to switch your thinking to understand the real market sentiment and what is happening. And this is why most of the people, even I had difficulties figuring out, like, okay, so if the data is shit, why market is going up? Or if the market is good, why market is going down? And you have to think behind, read between the lines.
Okay.
If it makes sense. Not sure if you understood all.
Yeah, I understood. But probably this one is based on experience then. Right?
Yeah.
Gold is coming up to close the gap, I guess. If you have the gap also on your side, guys, I'm not sure.
On the 1 minute?
1708 is on my time, on my broker.
I don't have gap on my broker.
It's creating a big wick on 15 minutes and going back from the S1. If it will close above the S1, then it might reverse back up.
Could be. And we have a comment on YouTube. Ahmed Abutman, bro, there is a correlation between gold and US30. If you sell gold, you have to sell US30 either. It's incorrect. It's very, very incorrect. That correlation only came out recently, but it's not always 100%. The correlation coefficient is not always 1. So don't take rubbish and don't be always overconfident. Correlation breakdown, and sometimes they move exactly the opposite direction. The most important is, doesn't matter what view you have on the market, always respect your analysis and always stick to your analysis. So don't get distracted, because if you listen to everyone, you would change your positions. Just my ex-girlfriend changed her boyfriend. So always stick to your analysis. And don't be afraid, you know, stop loss hits, so be it. You know, it's calculated risk. You have to take it. Ironman trading. Gold will continue up, keep buying dips. Well, if you add some more logic behind your reasoning, maybe I would consider your comment seriously, but good luck.
This could be a potential entry on gold now on the retest of the channel. So
or
I'm risking 10 pips only.
Or
on this one.
It could be the people are right. Gold is going to continue higher. We never know.
Could be, definitely. Oh, let's see. 10 pips stop loss.
So the bull flag, or the bear flag, or bull flag, whatever. Now price and gold pulled back into this channel, which could come back to retest the daily pivot.
Yeah, gold was forming this channel.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's retesting.
Ah, yeah. Yeah.
So this could be also a reversal, yes.
US30 is a bitch.
Yeah, before the 30 minutes candle closure, I'm not sure that we're gonna get anything out of US30. So I just moved my stop loss to entry and let it go.
And US30 is now back. But on gold, it's worrying that price pulled back into the channel.
Yeah.
Kevin Chandra says your US30 buy order is a panic order. How long have you been trading, Calvin? You look like a 19... Oh god. Goodbye, Calvin.
Sorry. Gold is still a valid retest until the moment.
So far.
Yeah. But this is known also as a reversal pattern, this pattern here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the way, this is one of the strategies that I use to trade, learning the ending patterns
On
on low time frames.
sounds interesting.
Yeah, the moment I started looking into those things, I started catching too many opportunities that you would never see for 4 hour or 1 hour even. Because this whole thingy could be one candle with respect to 4 hours.
Did you backtest it? Or are you live trading it?
I'm live trading it, actually.
How is this success so far?
Well, today's trade was based literally on only on visual decision. I shorted euro from top, pound from top, and literally caught every single pip from the drop, only by visual decision.
The first actual good comment on YouTube today came from Quiza Pereira. He's been a long time follower, and he came back to Ironman and says, good luck Ironman, with dollar this strong and some more hikes, including last I think I see is go to the moon. Last thing I see is go to the moon, since treasury bills are giving way more with zero risk, and it's 100% accurate. 100% accurate. And finally, someone is giving a round reply with logical reasoning and not just, oh, gold to the moon, gold dump. Iron says, because he criticized your US30 order, you ought to assume he hasn't been trading too long. No, I'm assuming that he's a prick. That's why he's criticizing others without giving depth to the answer. Simple as that.
Thomas, I'd like to thank you, and I'd like to thank you all, guys. I gotta go.
I just wanted to say that today we have reached the end of the stream. Ali was faster than I am. And thank you so much, Ali. Have a good day. See you guys.
Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
People on YouTube, thank you so much for tuning into the stream. Today wasn't not eventful, and tomorrow is going to be, I think, way worse than today. We had some good trading events today, ADP, ISM Manufacturing, but the market is definitely setting up for this week's NFP, which will be on Friday. If you would like to live watch the NFP data release, then definitely come to this channel, because I will be live trading it. If you'd like to receive daily analysis, morning briefings from a trained economist who actually worked on trading floor, because I am a trader. I was a trader for banks and hedge funds. I was FCA approved. I even have qualifications in financial and capital markets, so I know what I'm saying. If you would like to get daily analysis from an industry professional, all you have to do is take up the 4 available memberships and join the Alpha community. Thank you so much. Link in the description below, and see you all tomorrow around the same time, 1 p.m. UK time. This is the Alpha Facts.
It's all about experience. Is to feel the adrenaline running through our veins, like all the things we do that excite us. Whatever world we come from or live in, there are people that are born to succeed. They're called special, to hustle every day for an opportunity of a lifetime. Looking for the challenge to shape our future is something that's in our DNA. A privilege just available for a few. Traders, we see things differently, paying attention to every small detail that would maybe go unnoticed by the common eye. On or by the edge is our playground. with a constant strive for glory, seeking for a new tomorrow. Do you feel special? Take back control of your investments.